It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, and this is leg two.
Leg two.
Of leg three. If we don't get blown away by cat four.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're funny.
Welcome to all our friends across the U.S., Alaska. I mean, you name it, you've seen it. Listen, do me a favor. If you're watching, share it out to your friends, because Freddie's in jail. Where are we today?
Today we are live at Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza in Delray Beach. So coming out, we are here to support Operation 120, who is the affiliate with Fem City Boca Del Rey chapter. So we've got a lot of introductions to make. It is to benefit our female homeless veterans in Palm Beach County. And of course, today is Thursday because Captain Paul is in the house.
Oy vey, what a weekend.
That's right. We're gonna have to talk about what's going on out in the world as well. We got some storms brewing coming right up our coastline.
Yes, but don't panic.
Don't panic. Because I
Keep
think
your
if we
cool.
all collectively blow together.
No,
not because
don't
you're
listen.
here. We can blow it out to sea.
Don't listen to
Yes,
that.
We
That
are a
ain't-
midday show. I'm
Now,
keeping this one clean.
that ain't gonna happen. We got Dr.
It's a
Dr.
good thing
Larry
we have a
Siegel on
sex
the show.
therapist in the house.
We're gonna turn it out. Is all I can tell you.
It's all about preparedness. You got to get prepared psychologically as well as physically. Just be on your game because panic can kill you.
Do not panic, but get
Do not.
prepared. It's only Thursday. They're not predicting the storm to hit the state of Florida until Sunday, late Sunday. So get prepared. You've got time to get gas, get your propane, get water, get food, get non-perishables. Or you can be like me and just take everything out of the freezer and let it defrost. And then you just somehow propane it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but
ATM machine, get cash.
yeah, don't come to my house for food is all I can
Not if you
say.
want to eat. Listen, there's going to be gas lines because you waited. There's going to be lines at Costco because you waited. There's going to be no water, no bread. You got to look and find. But just don't lose your cool. If there is no bread, then buy dough and do-re-mi, make your own bread.
Go keto, but just be prepared.
Keto?
Keto, no bread.
No, get bread. You can make bread. You can buy crackers, bread. Be smart. This is going to be a fast storm.
You know, the funny thing is I go to the store yesterday to be prepared. I think of you all the time. Get water. So I got a couple more cases of water at Publix. Boca was still stocked where Linda Summers is up in North Palm Beach. They were already empty. The stores are empty. Boca was still full, so that was fine. And I got some water, and I got a box of crackers.
There you go. You're going to have crackers and water.
I got a box
You're
of
good
wheat
for a week.
thins.
It's good food.
See, Renette, see? She says, I'm going to start eating like you. Now we're adding to the I got squash soup, eggs, we're on to wheat thins. I got plenty of food for
and
me.
now I got the tip of the day. If they run out of water and you have jugs, plastic jugs, whatever, they have the Glacier machines. For 35 cents, you can fill up a gallon.
You know what? You can turn on your sink. Right now it's Thursday. Turn on your sink, your faucet, fill up your jugs of water in your house, and freeze them now. Get prepared. You don't have to go by
I would not
glacier
highly
water.
recommend that because
Why?
that's Florida water.
What's wrong with that? If you need to flush your toilet,
Yes.
it's fine.
You need to flush your toilet, you can wait a week. Don't worry about it. Ain't
And
nobody
you know
going to
what else I
bother
was
you.
told when I was growing up? If you need to flush your toilet, you can actually use your pool water.
Yes, I
You
learned
can
that trick.
take a bucket of water from your pool and use that to flush
You
your
just
toilet.
throw it right and
Get
don't
it beforehand.
And listen, don't put
Yeah.
it in. Don't put it in the tank. You throw it right in there from a height, and it goes right down. Don't put it in the tank because if your tank is sort of, it may not all go down.
What do you mean?
A lot of people put the water in the tank and you flush.
Yeah?
If you don't hold that thing so that all the water goes down, remember, pressure is what fills the tank.
Okay.
So once it goes down, if it doesn't go all the way down,
Hey, I never thought it through. I just knew that you could put the water in the toilet. I never thought about where to put the water in the toilet.
You throw it in the toilet.
I see a plunger in your life.
And you know how I know this fact?
I have no idea.
you
I didn't
wanna
know this
know?
one
It's in the
fact.
Bronx.
I'll tell you at the that's right. You want to throw it into the toilet so that it goes down.
Yeah, but you were also very specific that it has to be from a particular height. So from what height should we put the toilet water in? The
From your
toilet bowl?
chest. Whatever height you are from your chest.
Just be
It's like the
prepared.
top of the strike zone.
Don't panic. Put up your shutters if you have them. Get your water, get your perishables, get your medications. If you have an elderly family member or you and you need extra medications or you need to go to a shelter, go early. If everything passes and we're all good, then you go home. You have nothing to lose, but just be prepared. Get your medications. Don't wait for the doctor to call you tomorrow at 5 o'clock on a Friday. Monday is Labor Day as well as a hurricane. So
And if
that's
you're
all I
pregnant,
can
do
say.
not go into labor this weekend. That's all I tell you.
And you will.
And somebody will.
And
you know what's
will.
going to
I
happen.
did
Did you?
24 years ago, but yeah.
Explains a lot.
And there he is. There's my son, the attorney. Yes, I went into labor during a hurricane,
Wow.
as most people do. And that was in November. That was unheard of, the middle of November to have a storm. Right? Hurricane season's over the end of October. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah. Well, all
And there
right.
you have it.
All right, so let's get to what we got to get to.
We are live at Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza in Delray Beach. We are on Federal Highway, just north of Atlantic. So come on out all day long. Proceeds. If you mention Operation 120, go back to Operation 120.
And you must mention Operation 120, correct? You must mention it for the proceeds to come back.
And we've got Paul with us. We've got our cruise planners, Cruise Optics.
Yes, we're
Our
in the
Travel
house.
Thursday, we're in-house. We still have the promotion going on because it's kind of funny to talk about cruising in 2020 when we're in the middle of preparing for a hurricane. But
Guess who's supposed to leave on Sunday?
You.
I guess
Yeah.
you're going on a cruise.
I don't know yet.
Well, what about people who have cruises booked? It's an act of God. Does that cover under insurance?
Each cruise line will handle that independently, and they'll create their own formula. If the cruise line cancels, they're either going to give you a cruise certificate or they'll give you a remuneration back. There is no standard across the way, and most of the travel protection insurance does not include weather. It's for your health, not extraneous things like weather.
Wow.
You also have the ports make a decision if they're going to stay open or they're going to close. If the port says no ships in and out, not your fault, then remuneration will come in some form. Similarly, you got people who are flying into either Fort Lauderdale or Miami to leave on Saturday or Sunday. If they close the airports, that's another situation. I was contacting somebody who currently is out on a cruise heading back to Miami, and they're not sure what day they're coming back yet. Meanwhile, I know Royal Caribbean is still planning to sail out of Miami to Nassau on Saturday.
And where are you leaving from?
I'm supposed to leave out of Fort Lauderdale and head to the Western Caribbean, so don't know.
All right. So
I would highly suggest, Paul, that you find something to read because I don't think you're going anywhere.
I would highly suggest you all call your cruise planner
They
who
don't-
you spoke
honestly-
with, or call the ship.
Yeah,
right?
I think the best thing that everyone can do is to go to the Royal Caribbean site or to Norwegian Cruise Line or Carnival Cruise Line or Celebrity Cruise Line, wherever you're going, and all of their information will be placed there. And if you are ticketed for the cruise, they have an email that is connected to you and that reservation. They will email you updates as to what is being done. But as of this moment, they have not made decisions. Everything goes as planned. But things are going to change as the weather changes.
I got to tell you, Linda Summers last week says, I'm looking at this disturbance out in the Atlantic. I really need to keep an eye on this. How did she know 2 weeks in advance what was coming? But she
It was a
did.
disturbance.
She knew, though, of all the
I
ones
tell
to
you,
watch,
stop
she knew to watch
mentioning
this
her
one.
name. Every time you do something bad happens.
No, I think people should follow her at Florida Severe Weather. She just did a live update at 11 o'clock, and for more accurate
and there's a
information.
Cat 4. They just upgraded it to a 4.
What's that have to do with Linda?
Because every time she gets on the line, something bad happens.
No, we just got to be safe and be prepared.
She's working really hard getting her information out.
She is.
And she's been doing a real service.
She's the one that told me I have a tracker, a storm tracker on my phone. And when I was doing Sarah last night, she says it's going to miss Puerto Rico. and I like something happened. It was going right towards my hometown, and all of a sudden it ping-ponged to the right and went around the island. That is the most strangest thing I've ever seen.
Totally went
It
right
went
there,
like
right?
that, and like that.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it just not even hugged the coast. It just left.
I still think the strangest hurricane behavior was Ivan. If you remember Ivan, that actually went through and did a loop-de-loop.
Yep.
Never
Went
seen
Went up
across
and
the
came
state
back
5
down.
times.
I never heard of that. It went, came back.
It went up, missed us, and came back down and got
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And then back
Yep.
to New Orleans. Like, New Orleans, I'm coming. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Back to it, and yeah, it was so bizarre.
Storms are just a little bit outrageous. But, and I know this is strange because we are in the midst of a hurricane coming, we want to talk a little bit about the trip.
We have 2 trips. Brooklyn Cafe is sponsoring 2 cruises that will be coming up in 2020. March the 7th, we're going to be going on Celebrity Cruise Line on the brand new renovated Equinox out of Fort Lauderdale towards the Western Caribbean. We'll be hitting 4 Points, Key West, Grand Cayman Islands, and Cozumel. It's going to be a great ship, and we have a special that is on now in terms of price reduction of $400, and we were able to get Celebrity to extend it for an additional week. So that would be $400 off the contracted special price we already had. And that is a, let's see.
I believe it was about $1,500, and then
It
it's
was-
$200 off.
Yeah, it's
for pricing.
$3,500 for the cabin, 2 people, and then it will be $400 off that. Plus, they'll be getting a free drink package and gratuities prepaid, which is probably another $400 or $500. It's going to be a fun time.
It sails March 7th, 2020 from Fort Lauderdale. It goes to Key West, it goes to Grand Caymans, it goes to Cozumel, it goes to
Costa Maya in Mexico.
And it's going to be a great trip. And then it comes back to Fort Lauderdale. If you book before, we have a whole nother week, right?
Yeah, we
Just
do.
call Paul, 561-232-2626. You have another week to get $400 off a cabin of 2. That leaves March 7th of 2020. And then the big one, Alaska, August 2nd of 2020.
Yes. 2nd of August 2020 out of Vancouver, British Columbia. It will be taking the Inside Passage up to Alaska, visiting 4 cities. It is, who knows, it could be the last time we see the glaciers, but we will get to
We
see
don't
the
have global
glaciers.
No, go see the glaciers.
Yeah.
Well, and, you know, he's right, because if you saw what happened in Italy,
Yes.
spaghetti, what was the name of Spinoli? The town of Spinoli, spaghetti something. Did you see this?
No.
It's eruption.
The
It's
volcano.
blowing up.
Volcano blew up.
Volcano. And it's been happening since 1938. I mean, that's a long time.
And how long did we get an additional week to book that cruise
We have
as
an
well?
additional week to book that cruise, and this is a $900 discount off the cabin for 2. And the price on that one,
Price on that one was unbelievable. It was, I believe, around $4,400.
it was
for a cabin of
$4,400,
2.
less $900, plus free gratuities and a free drink package. And we'll be leaving out of whatever gateway city you are most convenient with. If you're in Florida, it could either be Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or if you're in Dallas, Texas, it'll be out of Dallas.
And the pricing does not include airfare. However,
That's correct.
Celebrity will help you book your airfare. And if you book your airfare through Celebrity, they guarantee that you make it to the ship. They guarantee the ship will not leave without you.
And it will be the lowest airfare you would be able to get if you had gone on the internet and tried to price it cheaper.
And you said you can pay it off.
And you can pay it off between now and 2020 rather than having to pay the airfare up front.
All you have to do to book is what? Put a $500 refundable deposit. Refundable.
Refundable.
Deposit. By next week, you have a whole nother week to put this refundable deposit down on either trip. Pay in full 90 days before the cruise leaves.
That's correct.
And then you have all these incredible options. You have the discounted pricing. You've got 2 options. You have gratuities. You can have the drink package. So
Or
many great
Wi-Fi
options.
if you prefer.
Or Wi-Fi. I'm going to go with that
Nah,
Wi-Fi.
forget about the Wi-Fi.
You want to
going
do
for
Facebook?
gratuities.
You go out there and you party under the Northern Lights. We talked about that. You gotta have a little fun. Watch a bear eat a salmon.
Whale
It's
watching.
The Celebrity
Whale
Eclipse,
watching?
correct?
Whale watching.
Whale washing.
Not washing, watching.
Watching. We're watching.
Not
Whale
watching.
watching.
Well, the whales are always washed because they're in the
That's
water.
because Larry Siegel's sitting next to me.
It's on the
They're watching.
Celebrity Eclipse.
The Celebrity Eclipse, leaving August 2nd, 2020 from Vancouver, British Columbia. And as always, call Paul, 561-232-2626, or find him at cruiseoptics.com.
And we just had some other friends that have been watching the show are actually signing up to go.
Are people texting you?
Yes. And the funny thing that's going to happen, I think we only have 14 cabins left.
Yes.
We got 14 left. So if you miss out, I don't want to say, hey, Freddie, you got to rub shoulders. Don't come with
Taking
that.
your son with you?
Yeah, he's paying my way. Thank you, Freddie. I love you. Love you, baby.
I
Love
think you should do like a boys' trip. You, Freddie,
Are you
Gio.
spending the hurricane in my house? Because there'll be a tow. Got to go to Alaska.
A tow?
We should go. We should make it a guys' night out. Leave the women home. No? The last time you and I, when we went on a cruise, remember, it was 12 degrees in the Bahamas. 12 degrees in the Bahamas. Him and I went.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're live from
Oh.
Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza in Delray Beach. We're here with Operation 120, Alita Barrios, Tiffany Kennedy. We've got Renata with us. We're going to keep moving and grooving.
Larry Siegel with us.
And Dr. Larry Siegel is with us. So
Dr. Larry,
stay
I mean, you're a
tuned. Come on out to Operation 120. He's now a doctor. No, he's not a
I
doctor.
made him a doctor.
You call everyone.
Ricky's a doctor.
He calls
but-
everyone Doc. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Hemp Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use Hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market, made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. How do you like that camera shot? See all this little...
And there's a problem on the camera. Hey, Ryan.
And we're back. Welcome
Ryan.
back to the Brooklyn Cafe TV, live at
camera back.
Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza in Delray Beach. Coming out, we are here supporting Operation 120 for female homeless veterans in Palm Beach County. We have Alita Barrios with us. We have got Captain Tiffany Kennedy with us. Our first veteran joining us on set. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you very much for having us.
Tell us about Operation 120. Tiffany, welcome. We've never met you. Welcome to our set.
Thank you, Dawn.
And you were telling us briefly you
Ready?
were homeless as well.
Yes, I've experienced homelessness as a result of coming back from the military with some unresolved issues and some conditions. And I've been homeless for a period of time in West Palm Beach, on 45th and Congress,
When did you get back from service?
in 2010.
And when you came back, what was it like coming back and acclimating back into Florida or back into life?
It was confusing when I came back from the military. I separated honorably. I went in as a second lieutenant and made rank. Within 1 year. I became a captain. So I had an intense readiness mission as a first responder in disaster preparedness and hurricane.
Timing was perfect.
And so I was always on a high alert, a hypervigilant, a high-risk mission. And I had come home with some unresolved situations in this hyperactivity or hypervigilance. And then I always found myself needing assistance. I had to asking for help and support. And a Vietnam veteran from the Coconut Creek area drove me to the Miami VA clinic and showed me how to apply for a service-connected disability, and was strongly recommending to ask for suicide assistance, to go crisis, because essentially, as I've learned in the last 9 years since separating, that we are in crisis. We're in crisis, and we have traumas that we don't even know that we have. We're finding and learning like what the training, my training, what I'm capable of, and I'm still learning. So that's something that is ongoing for the veteran population whole.
How long did you serve, honey?
I did 30 months in the United States Air Force in the Global War on Terror. It's called GWAT. I went in 2008. I had an age waiver. I went in later in life because of my expertise. I have a chemical engineering degree from Ohio State University. Buckeyes.
And where were you stationed?
At Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, at Air Combat Command Headquarters. So I worked under the Surgeon General in the Public Health Command. I was a 4-3E3 for anyone who is familiar with Air Force service codes. I was a bioenvironmental engineer, the OSHA of the Air Force.
And what changed for you? Because here you are based stateside, right? And even that was so hard to get acclimated back. So we think about our veterans that are in active duty overseas, for them to come back stateside. If it was that difficult for you still, why was it so difficult for you? Because people would say, oh, well, you were here, you were in Virginia. What was so difficult about it?
Well, it's called it's the pace, the readiness pace. You're constantly preparing and in support of a mission. The readiness mission is ongoing. I can't remember the word right now. You're bringing back some memories. Thank you. There's a pace that we stay on alert all the time, and that's the point. We were poised for that at all times. So yeah, so the people really, the highest, it's coming back. The highest rate is actually in Japan. The bases in Japan have a high, and Korea have a high rate of readiness. And so we're just constantly exercising, notionalizing, what if. In fact, I have on the internet, if you were to Google Captain Tiffany Kennedy, bioenvironmental engineer, what if, you'll see me out in the field scanning for alpha radiation particles at a mass disaster site, which is
Wow.
the airplane a C-17 crashed with depleted uranium, and still to this day we can detect readings from that site. So that disasters.
And what are you doing now?
I'm on the radio show supporting. I'm still working for my mental health and my self-care. I'm working through barriers from homelessness and programs. We're in need of programs and services for veterans, and especially the female population here in this county. Definitely.
And we talk about mental health and what's going on in this county. You're more than sex therapy. I know you have your show called Sex Talk with Siegel Brothers, but as a counselor, as a therapist, what's happening with the mental health component in Palm Beach County?
Unfortunately, not much. And in fact, one of the things that I want to ask you is, when you were discharged, and most other vets coming back, what does the military do to help prepare you for that transition back into civilian life?
In the Air Force, there's the Airman Family Readiness Support Center, where you go through weeks of debriefing and preparation for transition. And you turn over all your dog tags, your IDs, and get a little training. They help you do your resume. Mental health, I wasn't prepared at all. Oh, I did run into several officers in the 192nd Air National Guard that convinced me to go apply for the post 9/11 GI Bill before I leave the service. And I used that post 9/11 GI Bill. I went to 7 institutions, 7 universities in 8 years just to secure a housing stipend, but I'd have to withdraw. I was sporadically in attendance because of a homeless situation and the mental health condition that went unchecked and untreated. And so there's no preparation to answer your question from a mental health standpoint. We were just after that training and being aware of a 9/11 GI Bill, no idea that the VA even existed. I did not find out about the West Palm Beach VA Medical Center until 2013.
And I wanted to, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to ask that question in response to your question, because I think that is that's the crux of the issue. That all of that training, when you go through boot camp, you go through all the training, it's about depersonalizing. It's about, in a sense, dehumanizing. So you don't think like a human being, you think like a soldier. You think like somebody who actually doesn't think, you react. And I have never really seen anything on the way out where making that transition. And I think you described such a perfect example of the problem. You're in a situation, you're in a position where it's high readiness, hypervigilance. So now, when you come out, where's the preparation to make that transition? How do you go to the park? How do you take your kids to the mall and not be on patrol all the time? How do you break out of that hypervigilant pattern that's become so conditioned? And I think that's when we look at a lot of the mental health issues.
Right.
PTSD gets all of the headlines. It gets really most of the attention. Physical injuries get most of the attention. But there is a whole slate of mental health issues, of just cognitive and emotional patterns that have been instilled that I don't see any sort of larger scale help in making people transition. And I think because of that, we have so many people, in some reports it's been as much as 80 to 90% of people coming back from deployment with a whole host of mental health issues.
Well, that's interesting you said that. First, I want to say thank you for your service. Okay, I appreciate that.
Welcome.
Second thing I want to ask is, people are going to ask me, because you were deployed here in the States, right? You did not go overseas. A lot of people psychologically think that if you stay in the States, it's a whole lot better than going overseas. Family, do you have family in the States?
Yes.
Did they come to help you go through what you were going through when you were going through what you were going through?
No.
Okay. So it isn't automatic that family is going to pick up, because I got family in Puerto Rico who are going through certain things and nobody even knew about it. That was the first problem. Okay? So if you don't know about the problem because you've been through so much, you're not going to come out and say, I mean, you used to say this, you said this to me one time and I was amazed. You wake up and you have a cold. I don't feel well. I'm sick. Nobody gets up and says, I'm having a mental problem. Nobody.
I need a mental health day, right?
Nobody says that. Not whether it's family, your dog, or your parent. Nobody. So, my question is, if you didn't have anybody, when you were in the service, did you ever talk to anybody before you left the service about what was going on with you internally while you were, I mean, you were somebody. Listen, Ohio State University is not a simple school, and the degrees and everything you're telling me, I'm amazed. I'm shocked. Shocked. Because if I was a guy or a girl that was in the military, and my background was maybe high school, you know, because I know a lot of my friends that went from high school into the military.
You think because she's highly educated, her transition back into the life would be easier?
I would think so, but it's not.
Right.
This is the shock about this, and you're right, Doc, and I'm going to always call him Doc.
I know.
You're right, Doc, because this is a one-way training session. They train you to react and be a soldier, but they don't train you how to come back, how to teach, how to say, you know something? I may need some help. And she was stateside.
Well, there's also secondary. It's not only for the person coming back, it's for the receiving family. What
But I
they
asked why
should
she had
what
family.
they should expect and what they may be
That's
able
why
to
I
do.
asked. Does she have family, Paul? That's why I asked.
And that's precisely why Operation 120 existed. That's why Renette created this organization, because there's nowhere for these women to turn to. You have to understand that a lot of them are struggling, obviously, and 1 out of 4 sexually abused while they served in the military. So the last place they want to go is to a shelter where there's men. So our mission is to help these women get back on their feet, to provide them with a very safe home where they're going to be able to heal and be able to contribute back to society. You look at Tiffany, I mean, this lady is very well educated. She should be working already. If she had received the necessary assistance that she did.
No doubt.
Let's go to commercial break. I know you have a lot more people that we're going to rotate through the show. We're live at Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza in Delray Beach. Come on down, eat in,
Order a
take out,
pizza.
all day, whatever you
Operation
want.
120.
And what happens?
And then some of the proceeds goes back to Operation 120. It's a
20%
real
of
simple
your bill
formula.
goes back to Operation 120, but you must tell them Operation 120. Must. Stay tuned. It benefits the female homeless veterans in Palm Beach County, and we will be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect guest. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with M.
At www.DanielleBuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today.